So after being a gym owner for 13 years, working with thousands of people, to being a CrossFit athlete and getting 7th in the world as a masters athlete, to becoming a dad of 5, here we are in San Diego for our 2nd annual Unleash Intensive, where a handful of my elite clients are coming together to unleash this inner uncommon man so they can become a better father, a better husband, a better professional, a better man of God, a better man across the board. This is gonna be a life-changing experience. Let's see what happens next. So just before 6 a.m., finished up the AM Bible stack. It's kind of nice sitting out here by the fire. You got the ocean, just the whole environment. Just being in the moment, sitting with God, having that connection and that conversation. It just takes things to another level. So I've been doing this specific routine where I wake up, no snooze, obviously, right into an ice cold shower, which here in California, it was only ice cold for about 30 seconds. But hey, we still got it done. So it's always the ice cold shower, which it starts the day with something uncomfortable. So there's that mental test every single day. I've been doing these ice cold showers for over 9 years. And I haven't missed a single day. I've always found a way to get in an ice cold shower, or I'm jumping in the ocean. We got a pool that isn't heated, so I was thinking about jumping in that later. But I get that first mental victory of the day, and that creates positive momentum, and I carry that in to my Bible stack. So I'll pick a verse and I'll just sit with it. I'll reflect with it. And so it is to read the word, reveal the wisdom, which leads to the work that needs to be done. So the actions that you need to take. And so when you render the work, you will receive the wealth back. And so that's how I start every single day. I've been doing this for about 7 months now. I haven't missed a day with my Bible stack, getting in the word, and it's just elevated my life because it's put me on a path where I'm clear. God is calling me to take these actions. God is calling me to be this certain type of man that impacts and inspires other men to walk the same path, the path that He wants them to walk, to create wealth in their life. And so we're here, Sunset Cliffs, San Diego, California, for the 2025 Unleash Intensive Mastermind. So later today, we got a powerful group of men who have been in the program, who have been walking the path, that are going to be coming together here and going through a life-changing experience. And so one of the reasons that I don't miss these mornings is because I'm filling my cup. I'm filling my cup so I can help fill other cups. So now that we've dug into the word, we're gonna get into some work, and that starts with the body. And so we're gonna elevate the state. We're gonna get into a daily 250, and we're gonna get cranking on the day. All right, so we found a spot, sandy beach. More importantly, we found some rocks, smaller rocks that we'll be able to use for tomorrow's workout, and really for the next couple of days, we're gonna be using these rocks. And the symbolism of the rocks is each guy is gonna have his own rock. This rock symbolizes his truth, his deep, dark, ugly truth. Every man has a deep, dark, ugly truth that he's carrying around, whether he knows it or not. And so these rocks, it's gonna make it very, very clear how much harder life is when you're carrying around this deep, dark, ugly ass truth and you're not owning it, because it is the thing that is holding you back in life. You feel shame, guilt, regret about this deep, dark, ugly truth. You know it's there, but you're running away from it. And when you run away from it, it only grows and grows and grows. It gets stronger, and it continues to pull you down and keep you in this pit. So part of the biggest breakthroughs that I want my men to have, that my men will have over the next couple of days, is to come face to face with this ugly truth that they got, and it's going to be different for all of them. They will come face to face with this ugly truth, and they'll have a decision to make. They're going to either own this fucking truth and make it a part of who they are, because it is, or they're going to continue to run away from it. And it's going to be the missing piece that continues to limit them as a man, as a father, as a husband, as a professional, as a man of God. If they choose to run away from this truth, it'll be the biggest limiter in their life. But one thing that I know is when you own up to your ugly ass truth and you make it a part of who you are, not only does the weight of that truth go away, but it unlocks something deep within you. This inner savage, this inner dark warrior, this inner uncommon man that will help you take on anything in life. That's what the big focus of this event is. That's why I call it the Unleash Intensive, because we are here to unleash and unlock this inner uncommon man that's within us. But one of the biggest steps to doing so is owning this truth.
The one biggest thing I'd like to accomplish this weekend is to take the current routine that I have, that I'm kind of comfortable with, and just expand on it and just push it to the next level. And just, the workouts and the fitness fuel, that kind of is what it is. But the mental piece is what really keeps me going and pushes me to higher levels. And so I'd like to leave this weekend with just taking the next step on whatever, training it is that Travis is going to introduce to us.
I was part of this mastermind in San Diego last year, so I come into this one with some expectations, but it was tremendously powerful to sit in a room full of my brothers and be a part of conversations and workouts with my coach, and just get a chance for you guys to be around Travis. And we see him day in and day out, but he is the real deal. And so if you get a chance to spend time with him in person, you really see he really lives out what he models and what we see posted on a daily basis. So for me, I'm looking forward to getting broken down, if I'm honest. We all go through these stages and times of comfort, and I know there's nothing that's going to be comfortable about this weekend, and I know in that is going to be a tremendous amount of power, and I can't wait to see what happens over the next couple of days and really leave here on a path to be the uncommon man.
I'm thinking we're going to be leveling up again, right? So we've already hit this threshold of where we are, and this is just another step in it, another way to get to where you want to be, because there's no stopping. There shouldn't be a stopping, right? You should always be looking to level up.
This is the first time I've been involved in a group like this. And so, this is one of those things where when it came up, I remember specifically thinking my reluctance, my instinct to not want to do it should be the push to do it. And I remember thinking, this is not something I would normally do. I really need to give this opportunity a chance. I need to see what's there and see what I can get out of it.
I'm coming into this weekend with a clear head, no expectations. Something I've learned in life is the more expectations you have, the better chance they are of getting not met. So, and I'm just a big fan of not having expectations. I expect greatness is what I expect, because that's all Travis does, is great things. And every event, every experience I've had with Travis has been awesome. So I expect no less from this, and I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Unleash Intensive. Very grateful to have you guys here. Appreciate you guys being here. You guys traveled in, took time away from your families to be here. You could be with your families right now. You didn't have to be here. You didn't have to come here. You weren't pressured to come here, but you're here. One thought that I want you to have on your mind this morning as we kick this event off with a workout is, why are you here? Why are you here away from your families? What is it that you seek? What is it that you want to get out of the next couple of days? I want you to close your eyes for a second and just be present in this moment. Hear the ocean, feel the cold breeze. And as we go through the different evolutions over the next couple of days, I just want you to be here. Be here now in the moment. Again, you didn't have to come here. You didn't have to take time off of work, leave your families. Y'all got a busy life. Y'all got different things going on, stresses, the craziness and chaos of life as a father. But again, you chose to be here. I certainly don't take that lightly. So as you're here, be here. Be present. That's rule number 1. Be present. Rule number 2, to get the most out of this event the next 2 days, be ready and willing to fully let go. You got to have an opportunity and a chance to really dig deep and come face to face with your truth, and this truth that maybe you're keeping hidden away. And it might be this truth that you're living as a lie right now that is holding you back. So you're probably wondering, why the fuck did I get you to hold these rocks? Why are you holding these rocks right now? These rocks symbolize something very important, and it's the truth. Or maybe it's a lie, or a number of lies that you're carrying around in life. That's a heavy ass rock. You guys like holding these rocks right now? It's not convenient. That's what it is to carry around a lie. It's to carry around a rock. So this rock is going to be your very close friend, especially for today. It's going to be a very integral part of what we do today. So as we go through this first evolution, we go through this workout, I want you to rerun that question in your mind on why the fuck you're here. You hearing me, Ian?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Nick?
Yep.
Jez?
Yes, sir.
Corey?
Yes, sir.
Dave, you hearing me, man?
Sir.
Did a little bit of everything today. Good workouts. Carried our rock a lot of places. A lot of deep dives. Stuff that, man, oh man, really made you think about what you're doing, where you've been, what you're doing, and where you want to go. And then, of course, like how your relationship with your loved ones, like really everything. Like even the things you think were kind of good really got you thinking about what you can do to make it better. Because you don't want to stay put, you don't want to stay where you're at. You want to be constantly growing. So very deep today, for sure. That was about committing to the next evolution, the next step. And it's no question at all. Everything that Travis has done and that he means to me and this brotherhood means, it's no question to want to move forward and do more and be more, be a part of the next evolution.
Well, I think the most impactful thing was carrying the rock. The rock representing the stories we tell, what we feel is truth, the things weighing us down. And I guess intuitively or by God's design or the universe's design, I picked a really heavy ass rock, because that was miserable carrying that thing around all day and doing all these different things with it. And that's what we're doing with our emotions and our stories that we tell ourselves. We're carrying around this load that is just weighing us down and truly exhausting us. So when I finally got a chance to release that rock, it was tremendous. Obviously, because I let go of that heavy weight, but also metaphorically speaking, letting go of all the stories and fears and lies that have been holding me back. And now I have a physical representation of that and remembering how that felt, holding that huge rock. Before that, you could have told me all day long that, you're telling yourself bullshit stories and you're lying and all this stuff is holding you back, and it wouldn't have resonated with me as much as it has now. In stepping over the line, we made a commitment to ourselves and each other that we're not going to give up. We're not going to give in. We've got each other's back, and we're going to push each other to the next level. And you need that. You can't do this thing called life alone. You need a group. You need people in your corner, people you can confide in. And especially as a man, you need men in your life. You need fathers in your life, people who are going through the same experiences as you. It's tremendous to have a group that you can confide in and talk to, and that is as driven as you are, as I am.
Highly productive day. Obviously pushed physically more than I have been in a long time, but really just shedding light on the burdens that I've been carrying around, and it really opening it up and being real and honest with myself and with the group, and just getting to the bottom of it and just unloading that, literally carrying around those burdens in the form of a rock today. And then capping it off by some real deep conversations and thoughts and stacks and processes, and just getting that stuff off my plate. Like, unbelievable weight lifted. figuratively and literally, throwing the rock in the ocean here at the end of the day. Felt good. Literally drew the line in the sand and just recapped kind of the conversations and the processes and the stacks and the stuff we've been talking about today, and gave us the opportunity to take the next step and literally step over that line and take the next step into really truly committing to evolution and ascension to the next version, to the next level of who I want to be, who we all want to be, and really came together as a group there. And for me personally, really the big burden unloaded was this sense of belonging I've been searching for, and really felt like stepped across that line into a group that I belong to. Feel real good about that.
I think there were some really good conversations had. There's a level of, I think, camaraderie here with the commitment that everybody's made, and the, we're all kind of, I think we're more similar and more aligned in what we're trying to achieve and the struggles that we're going through than I think any of us realized. A lot of overlap, a lot of similarities. There's a lot of lessons to learn from each other, and it's the kind of group that you want to surround yourself with if you want to be able to move forward and grow. So there's a lot of that, and I think Travis's leadership through this and being able to break things down and use his experience and his knowledge and all the stuff that he's invested in to get himself where he is, and being able to share that with us. I feel like I'm really at the beginning still, and there's a lot of work to do, but it's encouraging that I'm not alone, that there's a lot of us doing this, and it's really encouraging that there's a framework, that there's a roadmap, there's a path to follow, there's a way to figure this out that makes sense, and that's encouraging. For me, it's taking the commitment to the next level. It's committing to take this further and deeper and to be more engaged in the work that needs to be done. But more than that, it also, I think for me too, feels like it's a commitment to help each other. It's a commitment for us to work together, to keep each other accountable in ways that we haven't done yet. Again, it's the difference between making it, to your goals and not making it to your goals. Like I think, having the support, having the accountability, having other people that have shared the commitment and will work to help push you there. I think that's huge, and we're on similar paths, but we don't have to be on the same paths to be able to do that. I think there's a level of understanding and just our commitment to ourselves to improve and to solve the problems that we're facing, and to elevate and ascend to the next level and just become better versions of ourselves, whatever that looks like.
Had a great workout this morning. Nice hour carrying some rocks with everybody. We went through the fact maps, did some meditation. You can just remember that rock, carrying that rock. We went for a nice walk, carrying that rock, went through our truths, our what we were experiencing for the weekend, what we were expecting going into it, and we dumped those fucking rocks. So it was great. So going through the Warrior app was a big part of it for sure. Understanding myself, why I'm here, really talking to the brotherhood as well, right? Because online is definitely different than in person, right? And it was great talking to everybody, getting to know them, and really go through your personal things, right? And getting those things out is what we're here for. So that's what I came here for, to really figure out what that is. So he drew the line in the sand, and you could be on that side with the Uncommon Council to elevate your game, to get better in life, what we're all trying to do, what we're all striving for. And we all jumped over. We all want to be there. So I'm sure if anybody else was here, they'd be doing the same thing, because we all want the same thing. We all want to improve. There's no stopping the improvement. You can't just peter out and think you've hit it, right? You haven't. You never have. There's always something to improve on. And, we're all in this program together for these same things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.